It's Tanya and I'm here with an extra layout using the April 2018 Hip Kit Club kits, and in true disclosure this was actually meant to be my layout for my weekly sketch design team project, but I didn't like it in the end, so I had to do another one. I don't know if you feel like that sometimes, where you have an idea and look, I like the way the photograph came out. What I did is I took the photograph and then I just chopped it up to make like a grid, like a grid. There we go, let's call it a grid. And I backed it with these 2x2 squares because I was determined to use up some of them, because there are so many. I mean, they're delightful, but there's so many. You just can't get through them all. So yeah, this didn't turn out that badly, because I mean your eye fills in the gaps, so you know, it's just one of those things, so that can be fun. But I don't know, it just didn't turn out quite as nicely as I thought it would, and when I looked at it I figured it wasn't good enough for a design team project, so I decided to do another one. But I have kept it and I'm showing you so you get to see it as well. And I had this idea of, if I had enough of the frames from this very pretty piece of paper, I could then back it even further, but I didn't have enough frames, and I think in hindsight it probably was a good idea not to do it. I don't know how much of a gap our brains will fill in. So yeah, then I thought maybe I'd back it on that very tribal looking piece of paper, but no, that was a little bit too bright. And as you can see, I'm getting down to not a lot. I got 10, I said it actually in my last design team project, I said that I'd made 10 layouts with this kit, which I'm pretty pleased with, because the last couple of months I haven't actually been making, you know, enough to in my mind and in my opinion, to justify getting the kits. So I'm very pleased to say that I did well with these kits this time around. And yeah, this is just matting upon matting upon matting, and yeah, and that doesn't look too bad. And there you see I'm going to get another one. I do trim this down off camera a bit more. It gets, because it's the whole thing looked a bit too wide, yeah, for want of a better word or term. So yeah, I trim it down a little bit more, and it's okay. I mean, I think it's kind of cute, that part of it. And then I'm still trying this paper. Yeah, you know, sometimes you cotton onto an idea and it's like a dog with a bone, you just won't let it go. And I'm not one to use cardstock that much, but I did use quite a bit with a couple of these layouts actually. And yes, I'm going, well, this is the start of my title, because the other thing with the sketch was that you were supposed to use more than one font. So I went font crazy and used all of them, and at the moment I'm going to go with May Your Lives Be Filled with Love and Laughter. And I think I went through this metamorphosis where I tried everything, because the title just wasn't coming together for me either. I mean, it just was one of those days, and I spare you that agony, because it did go on for a heck of a long time, and I mean, nobody wants to watch that, it's boring. So yeah, in the end I come back to a very similar title to this one, but you'll see it just now when we get there. At the moment I'm just showing you, you know, how I was mixing up my fonts. And yes, and now I've decided, okay, I'm a bit, you know, it's a bit dull with just that one piece of cardstock as the background, so I'm going to jazz it up a bit by doing a wonky kind of shape onto the yellow cardstock, and I duly do that, and I cut it up, and it doesn't look bad. And then I can't decide which way I want it. That doesn't look good, that looks good, but I try every which way, because you know, you got to try every which way until you know the one that's right. And yeah, still stuck on the title. And I do sew around the edges of that tealy paper, and here we go. This is the title I finally ended up with, and believe me, it took a very, very long time, so you did not miss out on anything by me cutting it out, because you would have fallen asleep or got bored and just left my video alone, and that would be a shame. Because I like doing these videos and I like interacting with you all. It's a tremendous amount of fun. And yes, let me take this opportunity quickly to say hi to any new subscribers I may have got in the last while. It's very nice to meet you all. I'm so happy you're here, so happy you clicked on that subscribe button. And yes, if you want to see my videos, because I upload quite a few per week, just hit that little notification bell and you will never miss any. Oh, doesn't that sound exciting? So yeah, welcome. Oh golly, the name's Tanya, which you know. I have 2 older daughters and I have a very geeky husband who I adore, and of course I adore my children too. They are adults now, and yeah, if you stick around you'll hear all about our misadventures and adventures and get to see the lovely photographs that I managed to get from my daughters. And oh, I love scrapbooking my safari photos too. I haven't done that for ages, but we're going at the end of the year, so I'm super excited, so I'll have some more. I was actually going through them the other day and thinking to myself, you know, Tanya, you actually have some pretty darn good animal photos. Yeah, it's always nice to self-praise oneself, you know. It's the Leo in me. Nothing wrong with my self-esteem, that I can tell you. But yes, what have I done? And oh golly, I apologize. I know if I'm not umming, I'm kind of sniffing on these voiceovers. That's terrible. Really, really not good. So yeah, I've taken some of the puffy stickers that came in the kits. They were exclusively designed by Kim Watson, and we got a lot of Paige Evans's new collection, and we got a lot of the Pinkfish Studio collection. So yeah, I'm just popping a few of those bits around, and I do like my stork. I'm quite happy I got him on the page because I think he's awfully pretty. And I'm going with a he because he's blue. Yes, I mean, talk about stereotyping, aren't I? But there was a pink one in this collection as well, so I figured maybe I'm right about the gender of these birds. I'm just waffling now. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Not a lot really. I'm going to change up in a moment because, oh yes, yeah, this is where I go wrong. Is it going to be now? I think it's going to be now. Yeah, no, well, I'm trying to think of what else I can put on. So I'm getting a few of those Chamel. They're gorgeous enamel dots and stars and hearts. They've got glitter in them and they're really, really pretty. So yeah, I'm just popping a bit of that around to add in a bit more color in that. And then I'm going to get, we got in the color add-on, we got one of the new Distress Shimmer Glimmer sprays, and it's a beautiful green, and I'm going to splatter. And then I'm going to splatter some yellow as well. And then I'm going to realize that it was not a good decision at all. And yeah. But I do something to try and fix it, so you can eagerly anticipate watching my my disasters. And I don't know what I thought I was doing with those hearts. I mean, come on, Tanya. There's enough hearts on that heart. You don't need more hearts. Just one will do. There we go. Oh, we've got to swap it up. I was colour coordinating there. All the little tips and tricks. And yeah, here we go. Oh dear. Oh, Tanya, sometimes you just shouldn't do it. But here we go. And it splatters everywhere. Yep. And then I look at it and I think, maybe I need yellow. So I'll get the yellow. Oh no, first I mop it up, yes, because they were quite big splatters, some of those. So mopping them up, thinking maybe that'll tone it down a bit and rescue it from whatever splatter disaster I've got going on there. But it didn't. Do you do that? Do you make a decision to do something and then think afterwards, oh my gosh, I wish I hadn't done that, and then you have to try and think of ways to fix it? Yeah, that happens very regularly to me. Very, very regularly. So now we've got the yellow on, and that hasn't really made it look any better either. So now the mopping and the thinking, and then I come up with the decision that maybe I should replace the background cardstock paper with a pattern paper, and I think it does make it look a bit better. As I said in the beginning, I'm not so sure that this was a great layout, but it's there and I've documented the photo, and the photograph is lovely, and I liked what I did with the photograph, so you know, it's not all bad. But yeah, it just wasn't design team worthy, in my humble opinion. So thank you for once again joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Those are always appreciated. Love reading your comments, and yep, as per usual, we'll chat again soon. Bye bye.